with God Gave Me a Second Chance, it's a bug that beat me because I was in a state where I had already given up with rap actually before God Gave Me a Second Chance last. I didn't want to die chasing. I felt like I'm always gonna be trying to impress people. Same time, I do sort of feel like most of my life I've been slept on, or less recognized.
That there was a time where you were homeless.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, tell us what was happening then.
I wouldn't say I'm the king, and for the record, I'm not the king. I believe Hitman is the king because also he's been very consistent. Because mawuthula bayakhohlwa and mawuzipusha but you are forced. So I'm up for the smoke, I'm willing to take an L and bow down if it happens, but it won't be easy, my brah.
Yes.
Jeez, bro, I don't believe you've been listening to all of these songs. Yeah.
Hello. Welcome to another episode of Your Number One Fan. My name is Lee, MySunflower, and today I have a special guest. Put your digital hands together for my special guest. Hi, X.
Hello, Miss Sunflower.
How you doing?
I'm very good, thank you.
Well, so this is ExXaviour. His real name is Xola Kolweni, right?
Yes.
That's your real name.
Where?
Can we just get into it already, and let's start with why the name ExXaviour?
ExXaviour, well, my name is Ukola, so I just wanted something that has an X, and the movie Triple X, there's a guy called Dr. ExXaviour who's a genius. He knows everything, so I don't know everything, but I'm a curious being, so I want to know, so I just wanted to be that, yeah.
And you went with?
Yes, and then in full actually it's ExXaviour Shea, which is ExXaviour is here to create history every day. Create and make history every day.
Now that I just said your name, Xola, I'm pronouncing it correctly, right?
Yes.
You are your name actually. Like you are your name, isn't it?
Yes.
You I think yes, you've come across a lot of things, but you still chill, you still have the composure. If it was someone else, they would have lost themselves, their mind, they would be all over the place, right? I would love to start before we go into your music, because with your music, I'd love us to start from way back where you started your music, right? Where you started rapping and stuff.
Yes.
Let me just go into your mind. How are you doing? What's happening with you now? Like mentally, financially, please tell us your finances as well.
Well, in all honesty, financially I could be better, and I'm happy. I'm just a happy person. I'm happy to be here. Finally I get to be on a podcast that I love, which I'm a fan of. This is long overdue, by the way. Mentally I'm fine. I'm happy. I'm happy. I have no complaints so far. Yeah.
Let's go to where did the music start? Tell us, where did the music start?
Okay. I think I started doing music. It's 2004, 2005 in Deep Sloot. I was around 11, 12 years old. It's actually something that I didn't choose. I was just a kid who stayed opposite a park in Deep Sloot Extension 2, where there's Itirele now. So on weekends, on Sundays, there used to be basketball games, and they used to host hip-hop sessions. So there was a show called Deep Movement. So every day there were rappers there, like big guys. So I would always just go there, like as I'm playing in the swings, because it's opposite to where I stay. Then I always saw these guys, and as a kid we grew up liking Umsawawa, him coming out the back, being so good at what he does, and being how he was. So I just wanted to do music actually back in the jam early days. So one day I went to the hip-hop session, the guys were freestyling, and I was young. It didn't make sense, but I just took the mic. It was an open mic session. I started rapping. I wasn't making much sense. I was just fumbling, And then some guy called Mzamazisi, may his soul rest in peace. He just noticed me as I was going there like every week consistently, and then he decided to steal beats from his cousin Unan Memeza, may his soul rest in peace as well. He stole those beats, and then it was 6 of them. I don't think he liked them, so he decided to pass them to me, and then there was just this one beat that I liked. And then I decided to write a song. And then one day I went there, like after rehearsing for the whole week, I went and performed the song. And then everyone was just so amazed because I was very young and I was the youngest there. And then from then, they just took me around, going around in shows. So that's how it basically started. I don't think it's something that I chose actually, because I was just a kid going to the park. And obviously there was Umsawa, Zambia, who were child superstars back then. So yeah, that's how it basically started. And then we just started traveling, going to Alex Komora, where there was Ochotmano Jovi slash Abo Flava. We used to go there every now and then we went to Oliver, No Honeydew. Before Cosmo City was even Cosmo City, we would just go around places, just performing, and then I just grew love for this thing. And because I was very young at the time, I was the youngest amongst the people I was with, so they just liked having me around. And then that's how I just started being obsessed, being curious about this thing, the skill, the art of rapping. So I was nurtured by a lot of people who were older than me. I don't think I had a normal childhood, basically. Every day after school, I was around beat makers, older guys, people who were good, people who were doing what I want to do, what I aspired to be. So that's how it basically started. I was just a child in a park, a child who likes going to the park, and then I just fell in love with this thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's go to your first ever recorded song.
Yeah.
What was it?
It was a song that I did. Namba Meza, the late Namba Meza, great guy, by the way. May his soul rest in peace again. Namba Meza, as he saw me now doing these songs on his beats that he didn't give to me, that I was given to by his cousin, he just started now taking me to recording studios. I think it was called Mofire Studios in town. So we would contribute. I would save my money, my lunch money, and then it was 150 or 100 rand, I think. And then we'd go there and record. I forgot the name of the song that I firstly did, but it was with /virus, Molaki Mulepo. So we would stay together, and he would help me to write. He would help me to teach me how to write my signature, because I was young, I think that the name of the song was Spit Your Flow or something like that. It was Deep Anthem. That's how it started.
I must say your writing game is something else. Like, you are a good one. You are a good one. Have you always wrote the music that motivates, that talks about the situations? Has it always been like that, or alongside you reached the point where you're like, actually, let me just write these?
Yes, I would say, because as I was young, I fell in love with poetry, because I have actually poetry certificates that I won for my school. I went to 4 high schools, by the way. So in each and every school I would go, you would find that sometimes they are in short of poetry guys. And then there's this guy, Kairos West, who was a good poet. He's from Mr. West, Bambizo Mr. West. So at one day at school, he called me and told me that there's this poetry thing they were doing, Kosekharu, and it was all the schools. And then I did just this one lyric of mine. It was like a 16 bar, but I was reciting it like a poem, and I was just talking about my situations and whatnot. So I think that's what sparked the whole thing for me to fall in love with the lyricism and be mindful of what I'm saying. And I always just wanted to be impactful. I always wanted to be inspiring, and I wanted to reflect. And because I was amongst young older guys, so I took that from them. I wanted to write lyrics that are meaningful. I wanted to to inspire people. I just focused on that, and it's always been like that up to now. Yeah, so I think it's poetry. Before rapping, before I got any accolade or any recognition for rap, I started like with the poetry, getting those certificates, and then it kept going from there.
That makes sense.
Yes.
It explains why we're here now.
Yes.
I mean, last year, I think it was in December, you dropped an EP titled God Gave Me a Second Chance.
Yes.
Let's just talk about the title. How did you come up with that?
Okay, firstly, I've always been a person whereby I've had this list of titles that I want to call my project, and before that I had mixtapes, and I've always just been I just always wanted to be inspirational, because I remember the first solo project I did, it was called Terrible Things to Waste, and then from that I had just woken up from an accident from ICU, because I had an accident where I was coming from a show in Deep Slot that was hosted by BTH, Hitman CEO and his crew. So I was there, and then and before that I was working on a project. I had songs like Ovuga. So just ever since then, I always just wanted to have those type of titles that are inspirational. Terrible Things to Waste, which is things that money can't buy. Love, peace, life itself, So with God Gave Me a Second Chance, it's a bug that beat me, because I was in a state where I had already given up with rap. Actually, before God Gave Me a Second Chance last year, I felt like my life was way better with me not doing this than doing it, because I didn't want to die chasing. I felt like I'm always going to be trying to impress people. I'm always going to be trying to do the next thing, trying to make more music. And I feel like I'm just generally better off just being the person I am to people, like in person, not me as an artist. So when I met ExXaviour, who produced the whole project, he expressed as well that he's been watching me since I was a kid, and he just wanted to work on on a project with me. So as I was recording the project, I was running out of concepts. I didn't know what to the personality of the project, or how to go about things. So basically, in short, it's saying God gave me a second chance to inspire, to love, to give, to be there for the people I love. Hence, most of the songs there, the first song also, Chin Up, it's not about me. I was just analyzing my brothers who are still doing this thing that I thought of quitting. So I just wanted to inspire them. A lot of people, we were going through a lot of things, especially as the 90s kids, because the time we grew up in, things were changing. We just got freedom here too. So yeah, so God gave me a second chance to give, to show you that I love you, as the person who's listening to the project. So basically, I just wanted to do a project that feels like a hug, like you don't feel alone, like someone is actually there for you. Someone is understanding, is going through what you're going through. So that's the whole concept.
I think it explains it, because as you said, with your the first track on the EP with Chin Up is a happy song. It's that song that I would play in the morning when I have that job interview, when I'm putting on my blazer and my heels, and I'm like, you know what, I'm going to get it. Because I think there's where you said you gotta keep your arm.
You gotta keep your head up.
Thank you.
Chin up.
Yeah.
We can't give up now, nigga. Oh no. Yeah.
You see,
little things.
It is, and even the beat is like, as you're saying, it's like, oh, you have to keep going. I want us to break the whole project down. Let's go to the second track of the song,
Golden Boy.
Yeah.
Matata Golden Boy. So with Golden Boy, it's actually a nickname I got from a brother of mine, Uli Zimbandra, who's a professional skater from Durban. He just called me Golden Boy as we were having a conversation one day on Instagram. So as we're talking, and then I started reflecting that actually it does make sense, because I'm a golden boy in my family. I'm my grandmother's first child. You know, I'm my mother's only son and only child. Also, when I look in the whole northern atmosphere, I feel like I'm the golden boy, because yes, there's a lot of artists who've been doing music, but now in this space, I feel like one of the kids who were there actually in the beginning of this whole North hip hop thing, and I didn't choose this thing. So yeah, that's where it comes from. Actually, I just feel like not in an arrogant way, or to sort of put myself as someone who's above everyone, but I just felt like I have something that could reflect from where we're coming from to where we're going. I felt like a sort of responsibility for my brothers, the one who came before. I felt like it's my role to actually let people know where we're coming from and where we're going. And also at the same time, I do sort of feel like most of my life I've been slept on, you know, or less recognized as like an underdog. I always felt like I'm an underdog in a way. It's because of my personality, and yeah, just so a lot of people would say I'm arrogant, or like I like to put myself first. But it's not that. It's just the social anxiety. I like to be in places where I'm welcome, so where I'm invited. So yeah, that's where the whole concept of that song comes from, Golden Boy. Yeah.
Track number 3. We are breaking it down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Track number 3, which is Don't Worry, I got it. So Don't Worry, I just want to have a good time, live this life thing while I'm around. So there, it's that's actually the my favorite track. It's the most personal to me, because in a way, I was just reflecting. I was just having a lot of, because I've been I've been going to psychologists since I was like in grade 3. The first time I had a psychologist that I was seeing every Monday when I was doing grade 3. I wasn't present at school because my grandmom would take me to a psychologist, because I was just only getting used to the whole thing of losing my mom when I was a kid, because I was too young. I was around 4 years old, so I didn't understand, you know. So now as I'm growing up, I did see the need of having a therapist, and every now and then I would just speak to a lady called Ulinda. So she just told me that, actually, it's as I was looking for the concept for the project, I was telling her that, I'm working on this project now, but I feel like I want to quit and whatnot. And she was like, no, it's fine, you can quit if you want, but if you go ahead and keep doing the music and keep pursuing this thing, I feel like now it would be your first time really being outside. Like hence I say on the song, it's never have I been so proud. It's my conversation with her. Never have I been so proud. It's your first time really being outside, said my therapist last night. Because all my life I wrote songs to try and heal or save the world, in hopes to save me in return. I learned now, and then that's what she said. Now you've learned that you actually can't save everyone. So now it's your first time going outside, because it's your first time actually putting yourself first in your whole life. So that's what the song is about. And also in the second verse, I'm talking to the young me, actually, like, if I could talk to the young ExXaviour, I would tell you, these are the things to actually be careful of. These are the things to actually keep doing. So yeah, that's what the whole song is about. I hope it makes sense.
It really does. It really does, because now I understand why when I listen to the whole EP, it's like, tutuzanyana, it's like you're not alone, you got this, keep going, as you're saying, bruh.
Yeah. So that's what the project is actually about. Like even on the second verse, sorry, I'm gonna keep reciting these
Nah,
things
it's
just
okay.
to
Please
reflect.
do. Please do.
Because yeah, on the second verse, that's where I'm saying, if I could talk to young Xavier, one thing I would say is it won't be easy, Ntwana. Don't be scared. The hand you dealt is for the brave. Them greener grasses come with snakes. Get your fair share, self-elevate, or go and hit the stairs. What's place to put your foot is breaks. Ink in the pen, yeah, the whole thing. And there's a part where I'm also saying, I actually just kind of forgot the whole thing because I've been working on a lot of new music and writing. I'd say that's basically what the project is about.
Yeah. Can we go to another track?
Okay, after that, the one Ipimali Pipia where the plan said, that's
a vibey.
They I felt like okay, I can't be just be all inspirational and motivational the whole project, but I have to just somehow do something that's a bit turn-up-ish. So yeah, Get It is about just a vibe. It's actually me just coming out. How I was picturing it is like if you've been to most of my performances, yes, sometimes you are required to introduce yourself and talk, but I wrote that song in a way like I'm just coming out of nowhere. I've just been introduced and I'm like, Ipimali Ipipia where the plants at, mommy, where your titties, where your girls at, Mauna make it clap, yeah. And then I'm just describing a situation like friends, how it is in the north, from people outside looking in the north. So it's basically a conversation between two girls actually. You weekend chomi shesha keza sambe sulu nugu luke fly north sides iwanjalo. Yeah, so I'm just sort of inviting the world to the north and just that's what it's about. Get it, yeah.
It's giving, you know what? As you said, it's a vibey song. It's Let's go to the next one.
Yeah, and then that's the last song, which is Take Care of the Family. Well, Take Care of the Family is actually one of the important ones as well. And unfortunately, the project didn't. I was very doubtful of the project because I had flu when I was recording the project. I recorded the whole project in one night, Yeah, so and I had flu. Shout out to Luke and Umex because I kept telling them, no guys, I don't want to do them. They said, bruh, this is actually spiritual as well, so you can't keep doubting yourself. You have to come and record. So we ended up booking this place at Deep Sloot and then we started recording the whole project. So it Take Care of the Family, it's actually just a reminder to me, how sometimes when things are not going my way, I would feel like I'm being left behind.
Please take us through a few verses.
Ungadlalela estradeni wena konje ethini yo Max lento yo Max lento okay yo Max lento sayaqala sayaqede. That's the last song, sayaqala sayaqede. They already know who's the man. Now I don't mind to do it again. Kings where kings wanna be at. Ngena bathule babheke. As soon as we order the drinks, it's really match. Then we start rolling up. So I'm just describing a vibe. When I go out, I like when I go. I don't usually go out, but when I go out, I like to make sure that I'm able to take care of myself. I'm able to not be stopped by anyone. Or let's say if I'm planning, I'm gonna go out and I wanna have this number of drinks. If I meet someone else who's doesn't have the same budget as me, or if I'm lacking, it's not gonna stop me. I'm gonna continue doing that. But the most important thing is the chorus, because I'm saying we see is what part of the game is this. I thought learn to easy, get that cheese, don't act as if now nigga please. So sometimes when I'm feeling like I'm like things are not going my way, or I'm not able to make music, or I can't afford to do the things I want to do for me to actually give it to people. So sometimes I'd feel like yo ngiyasalela, but so I'm reminding myself in times when it's hard and I'm not actually relevant in the music arena. So I want to remind myself that actually it's not about buzzing, it's not about me being out there, but it's actually all about taking care of the family. So that's all so it's a reminder to take care of the family, take care of the family. So that's what it's about. It's just a reminder for times when things are not going my way, that actually don't see that guy buzzing, or he's getting certain likes or more followers than you and whatnot, and then you're feeling like you're being left behind, because most of the time not everyone is taking care of their family. It's just the buzz. So it's just a reminder that even when I'm behind the scenes, or it's not my time to shine, I should still embrace other artists who are doing that, because at the end of the day, it's better to not get the spotlight and whatnot, but be able to still take care of my family, be there for my family. So it's just a reminder. Most of the project, actually, it's not even about people. Some of the songs, I just did them to remind me when things are not going my way, to motivate me that, you gotta keep your head up, chin up. Even on, with the chin up, with I just want to have a good time, live this life thing while I'm around. So it's just a reminder for times when things are not going my way. So which I believe it's gonna make more sense. It's gonna go to the people who need the music at that time, because I'm talking about exactly what I'm feeling at that time, and that's how a lot of people resonate with the project, because I'm talking about things that I want to hear when I'm going through these things. Not that I wasn't happy when I was doing the project, but I just wanted, while I'm in that moment or in that space of being happy, I want to also take care of the me who's not there at sometimes. Remind myself that take care of the family. You can actually postpone everything for the sake of taking care of the family.
That is so nice. You also have a song titled Godfidence. Tell me, how do you even come up with such names? How did that song even come about? I think this is way back.
Oh yeah, that's way back, featuring my brother LJ Musica. Well, I'm on a whole, actually I'm on a whole nother pedigree. Godfidence is actually one of those inspirational songs as well. I'm asking God to help us. Godfidence, it's actually a word that everyone knows now. It's all out there, but back in those days it wasn't really as much. So I was just focused on bringing myself back into the music thing, because like I said, I've been independent my whole life. I didn't really get a lot of assistance from a lot of people. I've always had to pay for these things, no cosigns and whatnot. So whenever I get a chance, I like to feel, even when I'm writing a song, I'm like, I haven't dropped music in such a long time, so I need to cover up for that. So it's also one of those whereby I'm just reflecting, and I just want people to see what I've been going through in that whole time, because as much as I don't have as much fans as I want, but the few people who are there, they really matter, because it only takes one message or one inbox or one DM from one person telling you how much a certain song is touching them and what it means to them, and then that's all it takes for me to actually want to come back and doing this thing of ours, which I love so much. And it's always like I always say, it's always out of love and not for love. That's what I'm doing it for.
It's so interesting, and for someone who sings a whole lot of inspirational songs, I must say it takes. There's that saying of art where you can't create a certain level of art unless if you've gone through some darkest of the darkest situations, and I want to ask you this one. It's okay if you don't want to answer, it's fine, we can, okay. But I've heard somewhere that there was a time where you were homeless. Tell us what was happening then.
It was very sad. It was very sad, actually, because I had so many contacts on my phone, but I had fallouts with my family. No one was actually there, because as a child who grew up without both parents, there's always been this thing whereby even with the family, you do feel like you belong, but every now and then you do get a reminder that actually they have their own children, because I could be happy with an aunt or so, but then they have their own children at the same time. So we can be happy sharing those moments, but as soon as their child is around, you can see that, oh, actually, no, I shouldn't be expecting as much from them. So yeah, there was a time whereby I was sleeping at a park, and I would sort of go around in yards, jump, just take a shower nyana while people are sleeping around 4 a.m. Then I go and stay outside at the park again, and just looking forward to what the day has for me. So yeah, it was very
You weren't
very
working during that time?
I wasn't working. I didn't have access to a phone. I couldn't type out my CV. It was a very
It happened for how long?
I think 2 months. It was 2 months. I think it's like 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah, but yeah, it's true, and I do talk about it a lot. But I'm very appreciative of everything that I went through, because it's what brought me here. It's why my music is so personal, actually, because it's important for me that people don't feel alone. It's important for me that people feel cared for. What I went through, I do not wish it for anyone else. Because I know there's actually a lot of good people that I know who actually experience these things. So yeah, that's I hope I answered your question.
Yeah,
But,
you did. Just to wrap it up, right? Like, how did you come out of it?
Yeah, I got a job, and I got a job firstly, and then I met this lady that I was dating at the time, who's a child of a very famous person, like a musical legend.
Mm-hmm.
So she just took me in, and she just started, with the little that she could get, she would always just offer me and just invite me to her home now and then. And then I also had a friend. Even though as time went, he got tired of me and I had to move out. But fortunately, I had already printed out my CVs. I'd started marketing and looking for jobs. And then I got my first place. And then, yeah, it wasn't really nice, because all I had was just a sponge and just a small table there for me to cook. But it was so peaceful, because I had a place where I belonged, and I enjoyed it so much. And hence, even now, I always like stay in isolated places whereby I can sort of just be and just appreciate whatever that I have, that I have, just being in my own space and be like, okay, no matter what happens, actually I belong here. This is my space. This is my house,
That is interesting.
Yeah.
The word of the streets, on a lighter note, has it that you, my man, you are the king of the battle rap. What would you say about that?
No, I wouldn't say I agree, because there's a lot of people who are better than me. But fortunately, I've competed in a competition before. It was called King of the Streets, which was in Deep Sloot, and I was the youngest in the competition, which was hosted at Momes. I was doing grade 10 then. It was hard because I was writing exams, and it was hard for me to actually enter, because it was a club and I was always there wearing my school uniform. Unfortunately, I got eliminated in the quarterfinals by a guy called Usai. Rest in peace to Usai as well. It was a 3-way battle. It was me, Hitman CEO, and Usai. But yeah, I went to the quarterfinals, and that's where I got eliminated. So that's where it comes from. And obviously now, with the people who are still doing those battle things, I was doing that. I grew up around older people who were so rooted in like the art of rapping. But yeah, I hate what it comes with, because people take it personally after, even though they're always the ones who are rattling my cage. I don't go around, but some things have to just be dealt with in that way. But I wouldn't say I'm the king, and for the record, I'm not the king, and I really appreciate it if you see me that way. But I strongly believe that there's a lot of artists who are kings in their own rights. I believe there's BK SA, who's who's doing the most actually is working with the big artists. I believe Hitman is a king because also he's been very consistent. There's Abo V, Abu TV, aka V Beats Exclusive. There's Abo 808 ICU, who have this power of uniting people. You know, they could get a lot of artists in one place, which I cannot do. There's actually a lot of artists. There's Uncle Meta songs whereby he's with Abo Boza the Ghost, with what they're doing, because they've been so consistently just rapping bars after bars, song after song. I could say they are kings because they keep doing this consistently. Whereas there's me, sometimes I do songs like Chin Up, there's songs whereby I'm just singing for ladies, you know.
And you love singing for ladies.
Yeah, really.
Do you enjoy singing more or rapping more? Which one do you enjoy the most?
I think I love all of them. I cannot choose between the two.
This has to be one.
I love making music that is building. Well, I hate rap. I would say I love singing more because not to say I'm a singer, but I love singing more because there's no competition there. And if you've noticed, most of the songs where I'm singing or where it's melodic, it's songs where I'm by myself. But if I'm with other people or I'm featuring someone, I have to rap. But rap is a competitive sport, and I don't really like to compete in a way.
You dropped a song titled "King of the North," which probably got you some.
It got me in trouble.
Exactly. Let's go into that.
Actually, I didn't even come with the title. Even if you listen to that freestyle, it's just a lot of bars. I recorded it in one take with Abu TV. The beat is by DJ Quads. There's nothing provocative there. It's just inspirational stuff. Lalela mtasekhaya ukuzwa ngabo kuzokhosta cause mawuthula bayakhohlwa and mawuzipusha but you are forced. So I'm just saying these things that are just inspirational, and I wish my friends a Benz, my success, my revenge, cause he was trying to cut me out and I still got it in. So it's those things whereby I was just rapping bars. So I asked my cousin, what do I call this thing? And then he suggested that I call it King of the North, and I was like, there's already the King of the North freestyle. And then I was like, no bro, but there's already like songs like that, and there's people who are already claiming that. It was like, man, who cares, because it's a competitive sport. But unfortunately some people took it as if I'm being arrogant or I'm taking shots, but it's really not me. And whoever who's offended, I'm very sorry.
Well, get offended, Haibo.
Yeah.
Get offended. If you're offended, get offended. Run with it.
But that's not really who I am.
Yeah.
Just listen to the lyrics, listen to the music. I just want, when you're listening to my music, to feel like you're not alone. I want my music to feel like a hug, and I want you to don't listen to it just once when you're happy. Listen to it in the morning, listen to it at night, listen to it in times where you feel alone, listen to it in times where you're happy. It will make more sense. And actually I'm happy if you take it that way, and I would love the responsibility, because I know what how far I can take us as the whole North. I know where I can, but no, I wouldn't. It's such a big statement. There's big people, There's Ochrot Manoflava, the late Flava, who was the first one for us to take it that far. There's other less who've been commercial, like in that way. He showed us the lifestyle. There's a lot of people from like here in the North who've been way bigger than me. I wouldn't say I am, but well, I'm since it's a competitive sport, I'm up for the smoke. I'm willing to take a L and bow down if it happens, but it won't be easy, my brah.
Bring it on.
If
you think you can do better, drop your own King of the North. Nobody's stopping you.
Exactly.
I loved it when you said, what did you say? Oh my goodness, I might not say it the way you said it, but you said something, you just said it now. Give up,
okay. Lalela mtasekhaya ukuzwa ngabo kuzokhosta cause mawuthula bayakhohlwa, mawuzipusha bathi uyafoster.
Thank you, Motula.
bayakhohlwa.
And then mouse pusha but we
Bathi
are forced.
uyafoster.
Ninjalo nina. I think there's a song titled Isimo, man.
Uzungawari ngoba isimo sizoshintsha. Hello mama. Yeah.
That is a beautiful song.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Jeez, but I don't believe you've been listening to all of these songs. Yeah. Simo is one of, and it's for the first time in my life where I had the courage to talk about the passing of my mom because and how it affected me. Mama, I'll never forget imizamo yakho selikhulile usana lwakho. Yeah, because I always used to be embarrassed. I always felt ashamed for like accepting what my mom is not there. Like, you know what, at school when they call kids, yeah, bangenabazali hambani yothatha ama food parcel, things like that, I wouldn't stand up because I would be so ashamed. So for the first time in my life, I was in a space that allowed me. So yeah, that's a very personal song as well. Yeah, things are gonna be easier. Hush, don't you worry, child. Uzungawari ngoba isimo sizoshintsha. Oh man, yeah.
Nah.
So yeah, that's a
I think
song to
I
mom.
also get why you love singing for the ladies. Don't you think it came from there?
Yeah, it does. I'm very I'm in touch with my feminine side, just like Tupac. I don't get this predator thing. I feel like I can engage with women on any level. Whether they're beautiful or whether they're super. Okay, sorry for that. Pardon me. Actually, I believe every woman is beautiful, but yeah, I just respect queens. I respect women, especially the black women, because they've went through so much. I see it in my family. The traumas get passed on, so I just wanna be that guy who appreciates the woman, and I just want to create a safe space for women in our environment. I just want us as men to be protectors, to be providers. I want us to be present. I want us to be there, for the woman in our lives. So I really, really appreciate women, and yeah, same. If you heard it chin up, I know how you feel, sis, and all you're going through. Ngiyazi kuningi futhi kubuhlungu uvikela abaningi, but who's protecting you? They judging your choices. Kodwa bazobuya kuphi? I tend to put myself in women's shoes a lot, because also when my mom came to Joburg, she was like 20, 21, and she started a great life for herself. Unfortunately, she had to pass away due to an illness while I was very young. But sometimes, I just really appreciate women, man. I really do.
It's your music speaks that, so I understand. I want us to play a game, but before we play a game, do you have something for us? Maybe rap, or I don't know, give us something.
I got a lot of bars.
Please give us something. I know you always have. Give us something before we play a game.
I'm gonna give you the verse actually from the third song we learned. God gave me a second chance. The second verse, don't worry. It says, if I could talk to young ExXaviour, one thing I would say is it won't be easy, Ntwana, don't be scared. The hand you dealt is for the brave. Them greener grasses come with snakes. Get your fair share, self-elevator, go and hit the stairs. Ink in the pen to the pet. There's tears in my eyes. Try to hold him back. Man, I really tried. Nini ngingalali. Inkinga phezu kwenye. Been thinking platin, saying na my migraines. Stress nenhlungu ezingapheli. It's like I ain't seen the beginning yet so close to my end. Needed someone who could tell me, Ntwana, you was never late. With the age comes maturity. You should grab the grapes. No expiry for Ugoba great. I am gonna date. Pray about it, stay about it, nje. Nini's pushy skill. Sometimes it really feels like bafuna ma puppet lama record deal. Cause kube bafuni profit, bebazoza game. Yeah.
What? Why are you not clapping? Unali jealous.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's play a game. So the game, it's an alphabet game. When I mention an alphabet, you give me the name of an artist.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna start A.
Please.
B.
B starts with B.
C.
C. Who starts with C? Oh God.
D.
D. No, actually. Done Deezy.
E.
E. E. Who starts with E? Oh jeez. No, my mind is F. Fat Joe. Fred the Godson.
G.
G. Gregory Music.
After G. H. Yeah. H.
H. Who starts with H? Can't think of any right now. I.
J.
Jay-Z.
K.
Killer Mike.
L.
Lala Skulu.
M.
M. Who starts with M? Just a second. Mike Jones.
N.
Nick Cannon.
O.
Old Dirty Bastard.
P. Yeah, P.
P. Who starts with P?
Q.
Q.
R.
Who starts with R?
Can say Reese again.
Yeah. No, not Reese.
S.
Soldier Boy.
T.
T. T. Who starts with T? I'm trying to think of a local artist that starts with T.
U. V.
With the V. It's exclusive.
V. After V, what comes? W.
West Side Gun.
X. Y.
ExXaviour.
You passed it at E.
Yeah.
Y.
Y. Young Thug.
Z.
Zulu Boy.
Ooh. Well, not bad.
Very bad.
It could have been better.
Z.
I'm trying a better way to say it.
Yeah.
Man, I know. I can see you are in your own mind.
Yeah,
like
actually, and I'm not really a person who listens to a lot of hip hop. By the way, I love rock and roll, heavy metal. I love Dead Stars. I love my favorite artist is Orlando Chester Bennington from Linkin Park. I love rock music and old school R&B.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense. What are we working on? What should we be on the lookout for?
Okay, now I have a project that is not finished yet. I'm working on it with Abu TV. I have a project that I should start working on with 808 ICU. I also wanna do Smash's project is about to drop. Smash Mutual Beats. I'm featured there, and fortunately we're gonna get his intro done as well. I'm so honored that he chose me to do the intro. Actually, and I also wanna start working on more singles, but I wanna do joint projects as well, because I feel like in the north that's where we're lacking. If you're not able or can't afford to do certain things at the time, we just tend to hold back and not work. So I just want to do a lot of joint projects and collabos, but yeah, I'm gonna drop a lot of singles. It's only just a matter of time.
That is so
and
nice.
More visuals as well. I'm very sorry guys, I'm aware that I haven't been consistent in terms of the visuals and also just doing podcasts. By the way, this is my first one, and I'm very honored that I did it with the people that I love the most in this podcast thing in the north. So shout out to you. Shout out to Lala Skulu. Yo.
Thank you so much. In closing, what advice do you have for other artists out there?
Hang in there. It's gonna take some time, and do not establish your worth in the market. Do not only just depend on features, but also you must be hold yourself accountable. Know that at the end of the day, for you to make it, there must be your own sound or style, something different that you're doing. And also don't be scared to try out new things. Don't be scared to experiment, because also me, I was just a rapper only when I started. I never thought someone would say, you're singing and whatnot, because you know. Yeah.
Nah, that makes sense. I don't want to ruin it. Let me just not get into that, but you had it. So that is Xavier everywhere. We'll put the link to his
socials.
Exactly, socials, where you can stream the music, all the songs that we're talking about. That's where you can go and listen. With that being said and done, please follow him, stream the music, and please.
ExXaviour RSA.
Yeah,
Yes.
thank you, and we love you. Please subscribe and tell a friend to tell their friends that we are here and we are here to stay. Okay.
I'm so happy that you reminded them to subscribe. Please support this channel, guys. We need these guys to be motivated. We need their work to keep going and reaching more people. Please, I'm keeping you guys in my prayers. Yeah.
Thank you. We definitely need that, because this is a spiritual journey.
Yes.
More than anything.
Yes, and I really appreciate you guys a lot.
And thank you for coming.
You're welcome, bro. I could have came it's like ekugcineni komhlaba for you guys, because I'm a fan. I didn't just come here first. I spent like the whole week just checking out your work, and I've been just checking the work that you guys do. I've had like a couple of offers to do the podcast and whatnot, but I just wanted it to be one like this one that makes sense, where I'm just generally a fan and I'm not doing it because of business or because I want to promote myself, but I wanted to be a contributing member to this beautiful thing that you guys are doing, not only for yourselves but the youth as well. So I appreciate you.
Thank you. That means so much more. I think if we're sitting here with Lalas, you can see he's busy doing his hands like this. He's been very behind the scenes. I think hearing it from someone else, it really matters a lot, especially from individuals who are so hard on themselves. We are so hard on ourselves, and at times we think, are we doing it properly? Are we? But hearing it from someone like you, it really means a lot, and we appreciate that. With that being said, thank you so much. Yeah.